what is the last, I guess it's been a little more than a year now, last year. What's it been like for you to have the emotional roller coaster of getting healthy and then getting hurt again and then kind of everything that you've had to deal with?
Really, it was hard, but at the same time, I feel like I needed that just because like I needed to get better in like off the field stuff, like academics and like just being a student of the game. So that's pretty much it.
So losing football from a participation standpoint, it made you kind of look at other things.
Yeah.
And get maybe a little more serious about them. And at the same time, does it make you appreciate football more as well?
Yeah, and then also like coming back to what Coach Brown says, it makes me think of the 40-year decision that he always preaches. So yeah.
You embrace that 4-year decision more now than you did before the injury?
Yeah, I was young, you know, still probably like a sophomore. So yeah, I was just wanting to play ball. Yeah, like last year, you can grow a lot in a year. So.
Being on the sidelines, you learn more that you would not have learned if you had been in the game.
Yeah, but also like just being in the moment on the field helps. So. Yeah, I mean, but I also helped my younger teammates. So I mean, it all was hand in hand. So.
Speaking of the younger teammates, what are some things that you've seen from them, just like from spring, fall camp into now? Who are some of those guys?
They're all growing tremendously. Like I could call them a couple of them. Diggy, you know, he's good. Shifty, Paul Billups, really good. He's gonna be good. Athletic. Freshman Jordan Ship. He has talent. He's great. There's a lot more of them, but yeah.
Koby, how hard has it been to trust that when you plant, it's going to be there? You know, has that been a big mental and physical obstacle for you?
My feet are actually great. Like they feel about the same as when before the injury. So I really trust them. So there's no problem with them at all.
Koby, Coach Brown was in here yesterday talking about how the message to you guys during bye week was, let's just wipe the slate clean. We're starting over. These last 5 games are going to be sort of a new miniature season in itself. Mm-hmm. What does that look like to you and your teammates just on the field every day?
To me, it starts off the field, like just being a student of the game, like film, is taking care of your body, and just trying to go that much harder. Like, I know it's the second half of the season, and like we have a lot of game left. So, I mean, just trying to take care of your body and help your teammates, you know, in any way possible, just so we can get back on track.
Did you get to the point, I guess, going into this season where you felt, you know, at least close to 100%? Like, was there a time during training camp where it was like, okay, like, you know, like you were mentioning, the feet feel how they were pre-injury. About when did that start to happen?
It started in fall camp. Like when I got back out there, probably like it was like practice like 6, and I was just like full speed, you know, feeling like my normal self, and like it gives me like chills to even think about it. But like it was a great feeling, you know. I couldn't do anything but thank the Lord for being back on the field.
Was it like a route you were running or something where you were just like, oh, like I didn't even feel that?
Yeah, exactly. It was something like that.
Also, I guess another question. Obviously, we're just talking to JJ about this, and you guys as a wide receiver group rotating that number 13. Week after week. I think he was mentioning you may be a candidate for it this week. Just I guess for you personally, what does that mean to you being able to wear the number 13 in honor of Tyler Craft?
Yeah, Tyler, just being around him was an honor, man. The day he was diagnosed, he was in here every day. On top of his academics, never missed class. Tried to be in all the meetings he could, so that just teaches me like the dedication that he had, which I want to have with everything I do in my life. So, him just being the strongest he was, that just makes me want to go harder every day.
Koby, we saw you today in December when you hurt the other foot, trying to get ready for the bowl game.
Yep.
Did you feel like, as you look back on it now, did you feel like you tried to rush yourself back, in some ways. And then also, I know this spring, you were trying to practice this spring, and you had, I guess you had pain in one of the feet where you had to have another.
Like surgery, yep.
Yeah, like, I mean, was it tough to stay patient with this?
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, I just had to stay resilient, you know. It was real tough. Like, I didn't feel like I rushed it, but it felt good. I didn't expect my left foot to go out like that, you know. So it was just like inconvenient, you know. That's it.
And what were you dealing with in the spring? Just pain?
Yeah, it was my left foot. So the pin that I have in it, it wasn't cooperating with the bone, so they had to take it out and put a new one in. So I had to sit for another 3 months. So that's why I was ready for fall camp.
Last week, we had requested to talk to you actually on Tuesday, and Jeremy said you were spending time with Kali. What was that time like?
Really, it was me and a couple other guys. We waited in the waiting room in the hospital. We would take turns going back there, checking on him, talking to him, you know, spending time with him. You know, we didn't know how much time he had. They said it could be 2 weeks, it could be 2 days even. And so, I mean, even before he was in the hospital, I was trying to do as much as I could for him, you know. You know how guys are, they don't really want people doing stuff for them. You know, they ain't going to say they need this, need that. But, yeah, it was really tough.
What did you learn from him, just seeing him go through that? We hear from a lot of people say that he never wanted to talk about it. Just wasn't like he avoided it. It's just his personality there's a lot of other things to talk about and enjoy. So what was that like for you, and what did you learn?
What I learned from him was just keep fighting, you know. Keep doing everything in your power that you can to stay positive, and just his dedication to everything he does, even outside of the cancer. Like, he would try to, like, it was at one point he tried to even come back and play, you know, and that was just like crazy. And I see him in the weight room lifting sometimes. I'd be like, damn, I want to be like him one day, you know. He's strong. And then also,
He's dealing with something a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
That kind of, you ever think, man, I can't get too down. I'm not dealing with what he is.
Exactly. And then also seeing like him and Mitch, it was just like I see them every morning, and it makes me like just hungrier to practice.
What does it mean to you that players in this program for years and years and years down the line, when they walk by that nutrition center, they're going to see Kylie's name, they're going to read that plaque and be able to learn about him? What does it mean to you that his legacy is going to continue on in that way?
That's great, you know. I love to see it, but I mean, I wish his name was on the whole building, because that's just how important he is to his organization. So,
Koby, what would you say in terms of with you, Koby, you know, being starter now and getting more and more experience? What do you think, as a dude who's played a lot of college football, what do you think he's doing better now than maybe he was doing earlier in the season, now that he's had, you know, this run of games to play and really get more experience?
I feel like he's going through his progressions like great. Like, he makes sure that if the first option is open, he's getting the check down, you know. And it just seems like it's slowed down for him. And he's confident, and I'm confident in him, so like that helps the whole team.
How do you see that? Like, what tells you he's confident? How do you see that?
Just him wanting to watch film with me every time, every day, you know. And then just the chemistry we have after practice, we throw, and then like we talk about things. So.
We good, Phil?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.